今日俺はこの国を変える。
Alright, today we have the long-awaited video of CONRAD the NUKER. I gotta say, at first I was kind of like, should I level him up? Should I not do it? Or what should I do with him? Because he's a purple defender, and if I have to use a purple character in my team, I would go for either the purple Vanessa, where is she? This one. Or the purple-black divider Asta, right? Or even this Fugo. Like, max dupe of him would be amazing. But he's so fun to play, and you know, it's like a different system for him. And I leveled him up to 115. I don't know if I'll go to max 125. And this is the power. I'll talk about the gear and the stats, and I'll show you how he works in PvP and the best teams for him, because he changed my mind, honestly. Like, in the past few days, he changed my mind. Alright, let's talk about the gear sets and everything that we have. Although he's a defender, he is not a defender, to be honest. Okay, like you should notice that he isn't meant to be a defender in the game. He is a main DPS, an attacker, and that's how you have to build him up. I don't have the best build over here, obviously, because like I'm focusing on other characters and I don't have much resources, but still with this CONRAD I can deal lots of damage and like win almost every PvP game. There's one exception that I'm gonna talk about that later on, but for now, the main stats that you wanna consider and level up on your CONRAD, as we talked, since he's going to be an attacker, obviously is magic attack, crit rate, crit damage, and also accuracy. So these four will be your top priority, and just try to get the best out of it. And for the sets, I'm going with defense and attack. You could either go defense or HP. I don't think you need speed for CONRAD, because I mean, you just don't need. I didn't feel the need to having speed on my CONRAD, but I like to go defense instead of HP, because it's just more useful defense compared to HP. And yeah, this is what I have. I have 6 small like attacking gears over here. And then the 2 large ones again are magic attack, but with lots of great substats. Like, just look at this one of my best gears. Magic attack, crit damage, crit rate, magic attack, all of them are S, or we have 1A. So this is one of the good gears that I have. I think this was also the second one. Accuracy, crit damage, magic attack, crit rate, although their B still is a good set. And for accessories, I have this one, crit damage, as I said, needed. This one, defense, obviously needed for your character, and then crit rate over here. So that's how I'm using my CONRAD, and these are the stats. Again, I have a long way to go and like max him out more, but at the moment I'm fully satisfied, and I'll show you how you can use him in like PvP. Now, before we jump into our PvP battle and showcase, let's talk about the teams. So for now, like, the best team for CONRAD would be this one. You got CONRAD, Sally to buff him up, Jester, and Charlotte. This will be the best team for CONRAD. And I'm gonna show you how to use the skills. We're gonna do a battle as well and see how good we are, or we'll just see the result. So obviously you wanna use the ult of Jester, and then ult of Charlotte, and then you're gonna use this is the important part, you're gonna use the combined attack of Sully with CONRAD, you know, so that he'll gain the keys. And then when it's CONRAD's turn, you're gonna use the second skill to again get more keys as you can. And then second round, you're just gonna do first skill of Jester, or if you want to go second skill, doesn't matter, like either one. And then second skill of Charlotte to gain SPs. You can either do it on herself or Jester, doesn't matter. And then the second skill of Sully. This is super important because you gain the increased magic attack and also the chance to grant an ally an extended buff duration. So when you have this, obviously you'll extend the buffs on your CONRAD for the magic attack, for the increased damage dealt, like reduced damage taken, and also the defense penetration over here. So you're gonna extend that for CONRAD and then do the ult and hopefully one-shot the whole enemy's team, right? That's the whole concept. Now, as I said, this will be the best balanced team for you, but let's say your CONRAD isn't strong enough, or the enemy is just too strong that your CONRAD dies before launching his ult, right? What can you do? Don't worry, I still have a solution over here. Second team would be the same characters, but instead of Charlotte, you're gonna use, where is she? The green Vanessa, if I can find her. Yeah, this one. So instead of Charlotte, you're gonna use the green Vanessa, and you're gonna protect your CONRAD with her ult, like the special skill. You will give CONRAD invulnerability, so he will be invulnerable and no one can touch him basically. And then you'll do the same things that I just mentioned, the same order again, so that you can use his ult. So this is a great tip. You're gonna use Vanessa if your CONRAD isn't strong enough and dies, or the enemy is like super strong, and then he will be invulnerable for the next 2 turns, and then you can safely launch his ult. But as I said, with Charlotte would be better. It's a more balanced team because she will also reduce damage taken and also ignores 30% of enemies defense for CONRAD, and that's how you can deal even more damage. And yeah, that's the whole thing. These 2 main teams would be the best, and I don't think anything else could work over here. I mean, yeah, you can still use Mimosa, either this one or like this one, I guess would be better, just to heal or like revive CONRAD, but that's not ideal. So you're either go with the Charlotte or the green Vanessa. That's the main 2 teams. Alright, now let's do the testing. I intentionally dropped down to lower league and I didn't do any arena battles lately because I wanted to have the power of the enemy's team and myself like this together side by side, so that we can kind of like compare them. For the sake of video. So 400k power for the enemy's team. Obviously this is a meta team. We have 2 main meta teams in the game. One is this one is the Black Divider one, and we're gonna try to beat this team. Obviously 104 Lumiere, like pretty well, right? My teams, like the characters, as I say, is just 115, not max, even Jester. Charlotte is just 110 and 52k. So let's see how we can deal with this. Alright, as I said, we're gonna do the ult of Jester, the same thing that I mentioned. And these 2 characters of mine are Silence. Okay, now I can't do the ult of Charlotte. If I could, would be way better, obviously, but since I can't, it's just fine. I'm just gonna do regular attack and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here I'm gonna do combined attack so that CONRAD gets some keys. Obviously he removes Silence. Let's just do the second skill. Okay, like just the first skill of Jester. Silences, doesn't matter. Now we're gonna do the ult of Charlotte. Lots of barrier and defense. Damn. Okay, increase magic attack, extend buff duration. Let's see how much damage we can make. Let's turn these on and CONRAD versus Lumiere. Boom. Almost 1.5 million damage. Wow, masterpiece. Black Asta, nothing. I have lots of defense up, reduced damage taken, so not much damage, but this is... Ooh, this is a little dangerous actually. Alright, let's see what we can do with Asta. Hopefully he gets healed. It's going to... Okay, no ult. I'm still alive. How many keys I have? 6. I don't need this on him. I'll just do it on myself. I forgot to turn this off. Again, let's do increased magic attack and everything. Reduce damage taken. Alright, my turn. Let's get some keys. I've healed a lot, see? Man, Conrad is a beast. Alright, I think I can kill Asta now. I have 12 keys, I have everything, magic attack, ignore defense, everything. Alright, let's see what happens now. Nice. Okay, he's dead and only Sekre left. Just imagine if I lose the game because of Sekre. She has lots of barrier. This isn't normal. Come on. Good thing about Conrad and Jester is that they don't get silenced, so I could have done the combined attack. I forgot. Again, barrier. Ten keys, that's it. I could have done the combined attack of Sally first. Now I could have had like lots of keys, like 12 keys to deal the damage, but anyway, let's just do it now. Oh shit, I didn't. My bad, I didn't click on it properly. Oh, when did she die? How did she die? Oh my god, okay, I'm sick of this. Come on, finish. Done. And Conrad, the NUKER. Alright. 2.5, almost 2.5 million damage. With this amazing team that all max dupe. You saw 400k attack, like power. And I'm just like 270. Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this guy changed my mind in the past few days, and that's super amazing. There's still one team that it's kind of impossible to beat, and that's when you attack the Black Divider Asta, especially the max dupe one. And the reason is that you need to wait 2 turns so that you can launch the like Conrad's ult, right? But after 2 turns, the Black Divider Asta already has his second skill, which he'll get protected, and you can't select him to deal damage. I mean, you can do damage on every people, but since he's protected, you can't select to debuff him, right? With Conrad's ult. That's why it's kind of impossible to kill Black Divider. I'm not sure, maybe there's a way, I haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, this is kind of like the only team that it's hard to beat. But other than the black divider, any other team that comes in front of you, you can beat them all with just this team that I mentioned. So you either go with this one, or instead of Charlotte, you're gonna use Vanessa. And I forgot to talk about the talents. Let's just quickly show it over here. Obviously I have damage dealt, crit damage, and the stone of attack, like magic attack and accuracy. If you don't have the shiny one, you can just go for either magic attack or crit damage. Over here again, I'm going with defense and this one. So you either go this or you go HP and this one. And the stone is also defense. Support, this one to reduce skill number 2 cooldown. Accuracy again and penetration because he's an attacker. And then this one HP. So that's the talents as well. Everything else is kind of similar. I showed the gear, the skill page, everything is maxed, and yeah, that's it. So even with this CONRAD, which is not even 90k, and crit rate is not even 100%, you know, it's not the best CONRAD in the game, but you can still deal lots of damage in PvP. And with the team that I just mentioned, you're kind of like unstoppable. And yeah, that's it. Hope you liked the video, guys. Let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts. And if you have any other team settings, let everyone know so that we can enjoy the game even more. Till next video, have fun and stay tuned.